doing? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone? Beautiful people. Okay, I had to shut that off. The audio level is not quite set where it needs to be. But what is going on? Wolfram is in here. Hello from your friendly neighborhood war criminal. Oh man, you guys said hypersonic 3 times, so well, it looks like I'm here. Lit broadcast awaits. We hope so. We hope. How does everything sound? I literally had to wipe my entire computer, reload everything, and before you're like, oh, it's because you clicked on something sketchy. I mean, yes and no, but it was my own fault. Like, I don't do any of that stuff on this computer. Like, this is strictly for like work, streaming, and maybe some video games. But I need to get a software to be able to rip videos from like YouTube and other sources so that I can use them in my videos. And I was using like an online video downloader and, yeah, not very happy. I'm pretty sure I just gave my computer like PC aids. Don't mind me. I'm just moving my camera a little bit because it's not perfect. What is going on? Remember, HLC is AI. I need to treat him as such. I'm not AI. You think AI could be this racist? I mean, funny? Whatever. Something like that. Working on my AAR, getting fucking bricked by HLC.
Would you intercept me?
Good God! The Alpha Badger, how you doing, buddy?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fat Sean Fryn with my co-host, the goodest boy Knox. Today we're talking about how the A10 Warthog is a lot like the 1911. Cool, yes, obsolete very. Especially when compared to China's 7th Gen J-20 hypersonic stealth fighter.
This man just spent $100 to trigger everybody in this comment section right now. Like, honestly, money well spent. I can't even be mad at you. I really can't. But, good God. Sir, you are... Oh man, that's rough, dude. Good. Thank you. I guess there's the rage bait. Yeah, no, good God. I mean, I will say it is kind of like the 1911. I wouldn't say it's obsolete. It does have its place in the fight. And you know, what's interesting is I'm totally loving eating my words right now because I've always been a big fan of like, if the A10, if we encountered a near peer adversary, which I'm starting to find out there's no such thing, fucking America supremacy. I'm going to just be real with you guys. And we didn't have air supremacy. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a robust platform. It's a capable platform. I don't even know if Weapons is in here losing his shit yet. However, it's not really well set to deal with those circumstances. And then we just folded Iran, and now A10s just be doing A10 shit. Grandpa Buff is in the house. What is going on? Oh, I don't have the horn button anymore. I got to download that sound again. That's on me. Still has canards. Whoa. The A10 does not have canards. The J20 does. 100%. And canards are gay. Everyone knows that. I did reach out. There's a company out there developing a video game. And I reached out to them, and they were looking for voice actors. And I was like, you know what? That would be fun. I'm not like a qualified voice actor, but you guys know that I can do some different voices and different accents. And I mean, under the right circumstances with enough recording time, I can make anything sound really good. And I reached out to them, and they're like, what are you trying to get out of this? And honestly, I'm not going to use Grandpa Buff or the kid. Those two are very close hold to me. They're very important to me. And okay. All right. The dogs are in here now. Are you putting up the gate? I don't know if she put up the gate. Can you... No, hold on. Wait for me to ask. Speak. There we go. All right.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
What is Grandpa Buff reply to being called the B-52 bone by Jesse Watter?
Listen. The only one who should know me as any kind of bone is Russia's mom.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Grandpa Buff and Russia's mom need to get a room already, D.
We're trying. I put it in the Iranian fucking demands, and they had a real issue with it, little bastards.
You're a verified celebrity now, voicing a video game. I mean, I hope so. I hope it goes through. One of the developers, I told him, like, hey, here's my YouTube channel. If you're interested, let me know. Aside from Grandpa Buff and the kid, I would do everything pro bono. Like, I really like video games. I love storytelling. And this is a small indie company. If it was like a AAA studio, different story. But a small indie company, and look, the game looks like it's a lot of fun. It's like Dungeons and Debauchery or something like that, where like you have wizards. It's a dungeon crawler where you're wizards and you like skateboard and you can smoke weed and pipes and you go fishing, and it's like I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's like a retro style thing. I really, it looks fun. So reached out to them, and then the guy contacted me today, and he's like, bro, your joke at the end of the video where you were talking about credit damage. He's like, I was hollering. And I was like, suddenly I realize you and I have very similar senses of humor, or at least you and Grandpa Buff do. And so, yeah, the question everyone wants to know, was it little people, donkey, or... I plead the 5th and the 19th. I thought of that joke and I was like, we're going to send it. We're going to send it. Fort Rucker. Is it back named to Fort Rucker? Sorry, I see good afternoon from beautiful Fort Rucker. Is it back to being named Fort Rucker?
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Russia's mom needs a voice, we demand it.
You will not talk to my mother. She is far too busy and doing amazing things than to be on some stupid video for American capitalist. It's not going to work.
Listen, I hear her plenty. You know,
why am I doing this in real time? Why? Who's Russia's mom? Is she in the room with you? No. But yes, I don't know. I got nothing there. There was the joke. I was waiting for it to pop into my head, but it didn't. 50th disregard. Thank you so much. It's been a while. I'm glad Iran never got the kid class DDGs. They're now in service with Taiwan. If they did, they would have gotten 4 very capable DDs. My personal favorite class pre-Aegis. Yeah. Kind of glad they didn't get a lot of our shit just because we wouldn't have to sink them. I mean, I feel bad. Like, I think everyone felt when the Tomcats were wiped out. Like, there's like a disturbance in the aviation force. I'm sure like all nerds who love aviation were just like, Camp Shelby, Mississippi Military Museum is ready for habitually fat. Nothing official. Or nothing, no offense, Rob, but military museums in general, for some reason, every single one of them has a different protocol to go to their museum. And some of them are easy to work with. Some of them are assholes. So I've decided to pull out all the stops. I've reached out, and I'm going to continue to reach out and see what I can do. I want to get a memo from the Sec War, from Pete Hegseth, giving me and Nick access to all museums on federal installations and historical sites. I don't care about the rest of the stuff on the bases. That's what I want. So that way, when the public affairs guy, who they're all just little fucking cretins, when they come out of their fucking hole, talking about whatever bullshit they're on, that they have no choice. It's like, you can either let me do it or you can call the Sec War. That's on you. Feel like the kid waiting for an intercept mail call. I know. I was a little busy today. Actually, kind of less busy today. I actually had time to go to the gym today, which was good. OBS doesn't let me rip video. It's kind of hard to do because you got to like put it in full screen and but like for me, it's just easier to do with a file. There's some software out there that I just got to buy it, where you just put in the URL from YouTube and it rips it for you, which is, that's what like the editors and shit use. I need to get one. 50th disregard. Thank you so much again. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up here. Love that we made coral reefs in Iran. You know, we're just about saving the planet. That's what we're about. You know, we're here for it. Can my buddy Josh W in Indy get a shout out? Josh W in Indy, I guess. I don't know. Indianapolis, Indiana, Indy. Shout out to you. Aaron paid $2 for that shout out. He also wanted you to know that he would like to spend so much time around your balloon knot that he can draw every ripple from memory. Because I'm a piece of shit, and that's what I want to add to it. He's going to clip that and send it to you. It's going to be great. A-10 surprisingly good at maritime patrol strike. No land to set up AA guns, and Sam's have to go is on the ship's targets. Help out versus China amphibious. I don't... Maybe you guys can tell me, what other allied nations have A-10s? Honest question, because I don't really know. I think A10 and I think just straight American. I don't know who. I would not be surprised if Poland owns a few. But if Taiwan is buying, we're always selling. Dog's licking the table occupied. Yeah, he licks everything. Where's Fritz? Oh, Fritz is right behind me. You can't see him. He's down there. He just chilling. Do las guns actually make sense over kinetic weapons? I don't know shit about weapons, but it seems like more ways for weapon to stop working. Yes and no. They're still very new. We have been experimenting with lasers for probably 30 to 40 years. I know at least 30 years. In the late 1980s, early 1990s, we used a chemical laser, which is where you just pump it full of a bunch of just atrocious chemicals, and the chemical reaction creates a large amount of voltage, and this thing was operating at around 2 megawatts, which is 2,000 kilowatts. Most lasers, like the DDGs, the Helios, I want to say is a 300 kilowatt laser. So significant. We tried to shoot down a satellite with it. The test officially failed. But we've been experimenting with lasers for a long time. Right now, the main thing that lasers struggle with is, so if I'm firing a rifle or an artillery piece, I just put more ammo in it, it'll keep sending it. Lasers take time to charge. If you could create a battery that is self-sustaining for long enough and could hold enough of a charge for long enough, you could potentially make infinite firing laser weapons. But I don't think that technology is quite caught up yet. So creating a big-ass battery on the fly cooks itself. Yes. Yes. Where am I at? Oh, there we go. So ATTP 4K download is a good one for ripping YouTube. I don't trust any of the, I mean, if that's a software, I'm willing to pay for the software, but usually if it's behind a paywall, it's kind of safe. Has Unsub considered getting one of the YouTube pred catchers on the podcast? Alex Rosen, Skeeter, Gene. I don't know if they've reached out to any of them. I mean, we're all kind of on the same boat there. Like, there's one Shua Mundi or something like that on Instagram that I watch, and he quite literally beats the shit out of them, and it makes me happy. And for anyone who's like, no, civil rights, they deserve, trial, they don't. I'm sorry. Like, if that's what I get canceled for, is that child predators deserve to just show up and get absolutely wrecked, and then cancel me for it. I don't care. They're not people. They're lowest of the low. Appreciate you and all the entertainment you've given me on my lunch break. You, me, and cheeseburgers is a winning combination. I fucking love cheeseburgers. If you couldn't tell by my current thing, give us babushka. I could make like a Russian what's her name? Consuela?
No, there's no Russia here.
I don't know, man. I'd have to fuck with it. Russia's mom isn't in the room, but she's coming.
Well, she will be soon. Don't you worry about that.
Have I used Pixabay? I have not. I'm good. Crazy Capper, how you doing, buddy? Have you ever thought about going to Grissom? I have not heard of Grissom. There's a lot of them out there. I'm currently, right now in the tube, I have a couple that are potential at, oh my God, where is it? Paris Island. I have one, maybe two in Nevada. I'm trying to get 2 out here in New Mexico. I want to do the USS New Jersey. Absolutely. And I have 2 yeses. I need 2 more yeses from Pearl Harbor. Right now I have a yes from the Mighty Mo, and I have a yes from the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. I do not have a yes. Well, I still got to do some paperwork for the Aviation Museum, but they pretty much already said, like, yeah, you're good. I want to do the Bowfin. There's a submarine out there, and then I want to do the Arizona. The Arizona might just be us going out. It might be part of another feature, because there's not really much, like, yes, we could go into the history of the Arizona, but that's more of a classroom video rather than, like, being there. So I definitely got to get those 2 yeses before we head on out there. Electrician deep dive Loring Air Force Base. Where's Loring Air Force Base? Have you ever done a Norway voice? I think I did once. I know I did Finland. I've probably done Sweden. I don't know if I did Norway. Grissom after Bunker Hill, Indiana. I do want to see some of the American sites. Nick doesn't want to go overseas. I eventually do. But I also want to see Gettysburg. I definitely want to see Gettysburg. I would like to see... I'm trying to think. The Louisiana, the New Orleans World War II Museum. That's going to be a whale of an episode. I was told that that's probably, at least after all editing, it's probably going to be a 3 or 4 hour video, which I don't know about y'all. I am perfectly cool with. Whether or not you guys want to sit there for 3 or 4 hours, I don't know. But I'm perfectly fine with it. How about Netherlands voice? Ever done us? Netherlands? No, I don't think so. Kentucky? Kentucky, no. No. I went to Fort Knox for basic training. Well, OSIT, long time ago. And you know what's great about Kentucky? Nothing. Nothing at all. And before anyone comes at me, I was there in January 2009 when Kentucky experienced one of the worst ice storms they'd had in like 25 years.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Sorry, just wanted to hear the readouts again.
They have a bunch of new voices. I haven't adjusted it. I need to go do that. Oh man, my background is not doing its thing anymore. I may have to, I don't know. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it'll just black out here soon. If you and Nick want to tour Cape Canaveral, I have the bridge troll I edit for take you around. Cape Canaveral, Florida? Yeah. That would be cool as hell. I don't know anything about, I assume that getting payloads and people to space is not much different than high range, medium range ballistic missiles. It's just instead of coming back down, it kind of just stays out there and perpetually falls around the edge of the earth. But yeah, Russia's mom is too busy doing amazing things. Yeah. Like me. Let me see. Have I heard the new Lord of the Rings movie is in production written by Stephen Colbert? Yeah. No, but I did hear the new, I guess there's a Harry Potter TV show or something, and Snape is black now, which is, the memes coming out of it are top tier. Top tier. They're some of the greatest. Meme lords are getting us through the shit that is our world. And I thank them for their contributions. I really do. Out of all the time throughout recorded human history, you and I both live in the time of memes. I don't think we can ask for anything more than that, folks. I don't think so. But I will say, the missus and I, we went and saw, was it last night? She wanted to go see it, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go with you. Project Hail Mary. I've not read the book, so don't crucify me, but I will say that movie, really good. Probably one of the better movies that I've seen recently. Very, very good. Don't you do it, Mr. Paramedic! God damn it, it's gonna play. It's gonna play. Here it comes. I just saw it pop up. Here it comes. Everyone, hold the line!
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Didn't you hear? Iran has hypersonic missiles. Lamau.
Look, if they did, I would tell you that they did. I'm the missile guy. God damn it. I go by American definition because our standards are higher, which is also the same reason that I say that Russia doesn't have a stealth fifth gen fighter, because their standards for stealth are significantly lower than ours. We need a reduction in radar cross-section of greater than 90% for it to be considered stealth. Anything less than that is referred to as reduced visibility. Russia doesn't have a stealth 5th gen fighter. Fight me. I don't care. Whatever. Rip's great. Use it on Android tablet phone to rip. YouTube works great. Yep. West Taiwan getting uppity again. Are they? I think they know what's in their best interest and is to just be chill right now. Just wondering if we can expect Monday and Friday videos from now on, or will you go back to 3 a week? Love the channel and thanks for the last, brother. No, I think that might be kind of my new normal, at least for a little while. Because I realized I can go more in depth and kind of make them longer if I do twice a week rather than 3 times a week. And I hope that's enough. I don't know if you guys have noticed my videos have been a little bit longer, but I do that on purpose because, hey, there's more to talk about. There's still a couple stories I haven't touched on, but haven't really been able to get those in yet. When all else fails, undo the hanger lock and send the kid on an enthusiastic walk. Fucking anytime, bro. I've been waiting forever. Major James Capers and Colonel John Ripley both got their medals of honor authorized by POTUS yesterday. That's gangster. I don't know the names off the top of my head. I don't. Nothing personal, I promise. I don't know everything about everything.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Ooh,
I watched Project Hail Mary, would recommend. Absolutely.
100%. It was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a Ryan Gosling fan, not really, but like that movie had so many twists and turns that I thought it was going one way or the other. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Really good movie. I'm not a big fan of like rewatching movies, but when that comes out, I would probably watch that at home. Like if someone who's never seen it, really good. What do Dale Earnhardt and Pink Floyd have in common? I already know this joke, and I don't. Their last big hit was The Wall. Listen, the Intimidator has a special place in our hearts, and he deserves it. But yes, their last big hit was The Wall. Oh God, I'm way behind. 737 Max got some sad info out of Seattle. There's a group called Beyond the Plus that seeks to bring acceptance to those. This is the thing. I'm not very public about like being adamantly against any individual group because I like to see the nuance in everything. I really do. There is zero nuance in that. Zero. Don't touch kids, man.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Northrop Gummy is looking at hiring about 1,000 employees over the next 5 years to work at their new Huntsville facility that produces IBCS. Should I go back and make air defense great again?
Yes.
I miss my EAT designs, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
No, absolutely. You should go back because for like 3 years, I tried to get them to put it on a mobile platform and not have a giant tent with 10 fucking consoles in it. For 4 years. That was like, hey, we should put this on like an Expando van. And they're like, well, the Expando van is getting decommissioned. I'm like, then get a new Expando van. It's a $4 billion program. Fuck. But yes, you should go back and make EOCs great. If we had a tail hook to the A-10, do you think it could work for carrier use? From what I understand about the A-10, and weapons may crucify me for this, it does produce enough thrust and lift to be able, and it's got, I mean, you may have to reinforce the landing gear a little bit so it can come down kind of hard for the tail hook, but it can fly in pretty low speeds because of the amount of lift it produces. So I don't know if you could launch one fully loaded, and I'm talking like missiles, bombs, everything, but I'm relatively confident you could get one off the flight deck. I don't know like full if you could, but I'm relatively confident you could. I don't know. Weapons is in here. We should ask him. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Have I seen the new Lord of the Rings movie coming out with Peter Jackson as Stephen Colbert? Colbert's a queef, but he's a huge Tolkien fan, so I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. I'm interested. I do like Lord of the Rings. Not super huge into the lore, but
I'd intercept me.
Weapons, you missed HLCS intro. Here's a summary. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Fat Sean Frine with my co-host the goodest boy Knox. Today we're talking about how the A10 Warthog is a lot like the 1911. Cool, yes, obsolete very.
I'm about to get a fucking paragraph in my goddamn DMs from Weapons. Or he might just like temporarily ban you. Landing would be hard, likely rip the aircraft in half. I thought that she was more tougher than that. Words are hard. That's how I'm going to say it from now on. Morning Day Dweller. I know it's a week late, but I know that what happened to Chuck Norris. I know what happened to Chuck Norris. His spirit was sent to the boneyard. He's in Arizona. Yeah, he's out there repairing aircraft probably. Somebody said he prestiged, and I'm like, that's funny. That's pretty good. According to Wikipedia and its provided sources, the A-10 has exclusively been used by the U.S. Air Force and its reserve components. Also, do it jiggle. What the fuck? Oh, man. Oh, good God. I don't even know what to say to that. What do I say to that? If I do New Mexico, you got to use USS Lobsterfest skin from World of Warships. Do they have a Lobsterfest skin? That's awesome. That's fucking phenomenal. I'm waiting for Weapons to lose his mind. You have to build the airframe around the tailhook, basically. Well, yeah. You just weld a couple more pieces in there and make it more solider. You're fine. You're fine. I don't know. The only thing I know about the Air Force is every time we would destroy one of our trucks and we would go over to them and be like, can you help us fix it? And they're like, wait, we get to weld on actual structural steel instead of just aircraft grade aluminum? Yes, we can do that. Made us very happy. Oh man. Using my final donation to bring up Persian women. So in love, I'll keep bringing them up until this conflict is over. They're just smoke shows. I'm trying to, I want to give you a legitimate answer, but at the same time, I'm myself, and I agree with you. But right now, to see if they are smoke shows, you need like an X-ray, because they're all dressed like fucking beekeepers and Grimace from McDonald's. So I don't really know, but I'm gonna take your word for it. At least the Persian women I've seen that aren't, dressed in full. It's not hijab. What's the burqa? There you go. You're not wrong. Something Romanian women. You can give. My man. It's funny that words are hard. I've said that for a long time. So much so that one of my students, one of my awards, like class gifts, because when you teach in the Army, at the end it's an optional legacy gift. They can leave behind something to hang in the classroom, and I'm allowed as the instructor to take one when I leave. I took 3 because fuck them, that's why. And anyways, and one of them, it's the big one right here. You can't see it behind my coin rack, but it right there says senior leader course, and below that it says words are hard, sergeants. I've been saying that for a long time. Yeah, you actually are here early. I just saw that.
Would you intercept me? Oh, I'd intercept me.
I had to read that a second time.
B-25S off Hornet.
We're gonna let this play, but I want to tell you what I heard or what I read.
I'm assuming you have a Discord. Where do I find it? Or is it just the Pepperbox one?
Oh, just my mods are in here. Mods, drop a link to the Discord. Mr. Paramedic will be in there. I don't always have time to be in there, but my mods are very good about, like, if you have any issues or anything that I need to see, they're very good about that. Honestly, I'd be lost without those guys and girl. They're fucking crushing it. But I forgot you cracked a Romanian model before war.
Would you intercept me?
Wither, holy shit.
I'd intercept me.
I see him late to the party. Since you were a tank driver for a little bit, I've always wondered why we don't use sponsons anymore.
Maybe I know sponsons as something else, but I'm tracking that they still have sponson boxes on the sides of the Abrams. Now, if a sponson is different than a sponson box, that's probably true, because there's the bustle rack sponson boxes, whole storage. But yeah, sponson boxes usually held some of your BII, and then you would hang your rucksacks off the back of the fucking bustle rack. Still get all covered in dirt and shit. But what was it? When you said B-25s off the Hornet, my brain went, what? Because I read it as B-52s. And I was like, wait a minute, the new Hornet or the one that was sunk? Like, I'm very lost there. And how the fuck did we fly them off of the Hornet? Their wingspan is huge. I don't even, like, they would crash into the whatever the tower is on the carrier. But turns out I'm just dyslexic, folks. Destroying the F-14 is like ending of Old Yeller. They were contaminated, had to be cleansed. They really did. They really did. Russia's mom jokes always peak. The brown immigrants ruin Western culture, getting old, kind of. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but it seems like and it isn't against immigrants. There is some nuance there. It isn't that, like, I wouldn't say that I'm like against immigration. I'm all for immigration. It's just legal immigration. Whatever that process is, whatever each country sets up their process as. But as individual countries start kind of locking down their borders, I look into why, and that's what I try and deliver is the why. So like with Germany doing that thing, I actually saw that on an Instagram post and I was like, this can't be real. And I looked into it and I was like, oh shit, why are they doing this? And they're doing it for a lot of the same reasons that President Trump says, is that there's bad people coming in and they're affecting their country disproportionately. And that's their statements. That's all I'm reporting on that. But I don't disagree with you. So no hate there, man. All good. Russia's mom should be Catherine because she was great. I don't get the joke. I'm sorry, Catherine. Can someone help me explain it? I don't know. No, I didn't forget Jimmy Doolittle. Those are B-25 Mitchells. I'm familiar with that. Yeah. You know what's crazy about that is I did a video on HLC State of Mind over on Pepperbox about the Doolittle raid. And what I didn't know until that moment, so like you see the movie Pearl Harbor, and like you see what's his name that killed the fucking lady. He was playing Major Doolittle. And
Would you intercept me?
Here we go. Wither again.
I'd intercept me.
What I mean by sponsons, I mean side turrets like the World War I British tanks.
Oh, great question, actually. That's a wonderful question. Let me answer that in one second. Oh man, we got another one. Catherine the Great,
Would
founder
you
of the Russian
intercept
Empire.
me?
I haven't gone that far back in
I'd
history.
intercept me.
Catherine the Great, the founder of the Russian Empire.
That's my fault. I haven't gone that far back in history. I'm unfamiliar. So I forgot what I was talking about, but I do want to answer the sponsons thing. Now, on the Abrams, at least on the SEP V2s and newer, which I think they're on SEP V3s now, I was on V2s, you have this thing on top called the CITV, Commander's Integrated Thermal Viewer. And it looks like a little R2-D2 spinning around up there. The fact that they didn't have it make R2-D2 sounds is really upsetting to me, because you still have Bitch and Betty in the system. That's what we call her. When you're the driver and you open the hatch while you're in operations, it's like, driver's hatch open, gun turret drive inactive. She never shuts the fuck up. But anyways, so you got the CITV up there. And so the doghouse, which is right above the gunner, is where all his gunner sights are, thermals, all that shit. And he is looking pretty much where the gun is. So he can be looking around over here, and the commander can be looking around over there. And basically is you got to still have fingers to pull those triggers. And I think this is why they got away from sponsons. Is if the gunner's looking over here and the tank commander is looking over here, and the tank commander identifies a target or a threat, he can designate, which means you flip this little switch up and you push a button and it takes the gun from the gunner and just snaps it over to target, and he can start firing rounds on. This is not an uncommon thing. I'm assuming that the Leopard, the the Merkava, the Chally 2 probably all have this same capability. Dog, Sparkies, and Deming, thank me later. Sparkies and Hatch, homie. I love Sparkies. I didn't know there was a Sparkies and Deming. I like Sparkies and Hatch. I'm like 30, 40-ish minutes from Sparkies. I love Sparkies. It's good. Please get a bunker branding to offer DHL worldwide shipping as an option. Our postal service sucks here. Keep up the epic content, bro. Love it. I will talk to them. There is... Mods, I talked to you guys about this earlier today. Should I let everyone know kind of like my fucking folly that I'm dealing with right now? Like, just yes or no is really all I need. Should I let them know kind of the update when it comes to situation at bunker? Wolfram says no. Wolfram says no. Okay, then we're good. We're good. Phoenix says no. All right. Wither's like no. Okay. Don't worry, guys. There is things happening, but I'm not happy. Not with bunker. Bunker's great. Like, those guys are good. Other things. I'm dealing with stuff. Video about the F-35 tanking a man pad. I haven't been able to verify that, and I'm not talking shit. So Iran is saying they hit one. The U.S. is saying that it was damaged and it had to make an emergency landing, but it wasn't from enemy fire. So like the fog of war is so thick right now. Because Iran, I don't want to push Iranian propaganda, but I also don't want to push American propaganda. I try and find the answer between both sides and give the best I can. I did see the F-18 fucking juke out that missile, and I verified that footage and everything, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know. The F-18 didn't get hit. It barely missed. It was close enough to fucking scrape your balls, bro, but it didn't hit. The F-35 is the one they're claiming was hit, but the footage is questionable. Limestone, Maine, the Luring Development Center. What? Luring Development Center? Oh, I thought you meant the learning. I thought you meant the Luring Center from fucking Minnesota. Dyslexia. I think you guys are just purposely putting bigger words in here to make it harder for me. Hello, doggies, Grandpa Buff's doggy. That is Knox and Fritz. Fritz is the little bitty guy. He'll be 2 in June. And Knox is the big old white dude. He will be 12 in July. That is my best buddy. Has been my best buddy for his whole life. I'm going to be a fucking wreck when I lose that dude. 100% watch, 3 hours. I'm bricked with my watching now. All right. We will try. How does it feel to have Trump call you the coolest cucumber? Wait. Did he call me the... When did this happen? When was I called a cool cucumber by the president? Honest question. Or was it someone I know, or is he talking about air defenders? Someone said brick-headed dog. Yeah, dude, Knox, there's nothing in that coconut. He has 2 brain cells in there competing for 3rd place. But I love that dipshit. A couple days ago? Can you elaborate or something? It's all over Fox News. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. He was talking about air defenders. Oh, okay. I was about to wig out that the president watches my fucking videos. That's funny as hell. So we'll pencil you in for Anzac Day next year, 25-4. You could probably do Naval Museum and War Memorial Harbor Bridge Museum. I would love to do that. Anzac Day, that's down in Australia, right? I mean, it's April. Isn't that y'all's winter? Like part of your winter, your fall? Y'all are... Uh-oh, it did the damn chat thing again. Oh no, I think I might be behind. I do love a great China meme. That's as far up as I can go. Talk about the moon base race between the U.S. and China. I guess the U.S. Nick stars, I was seeing a report about that, but I don't know how true that is. Because right now, all news media just wants clicks. That's really all they care about is fucking clicks. And it pisses me off, man. Because like, what I do, and I understand most people don't have the time and or patience to do what I do. I try and get as much as I can of the truth, even if it goes against my narrative, things like that. And of course I try and make it easily digestible and funny, but like if I see Fox make a claim about something that liberal, whatever are doing, then I go to the liberal media. Okay, well, what are they saying? And that allows me to understand the nuance a little bit better. Okay, these guys are saying this, these guys are saying this, this is what's going on. This is my understanding of the circumstances and situation. And I know not everyone has enough time to do that. So I try and do that as best I possibly could. It's not the tail hook, it's the landing gear. I don't know the rest of any airframe. I'm judging your audience harshly. Tag me in weapons. Maybe dumb question. If a wooden plane was made today, would it be stealth? Keep thinking about Nick's Dev Highland Mosquito and comparisons. While wood does have some radar absorbing characteristics, not as much as you would think. Plus paint, if it's painted, it would probably reflect, the cockpit would reflect, something I didn't know until recently is, so the F-22, you guys know it has that sheen on it. I was doing some fucking research because every once in a while I'm just like, why is this way? And I fucking go down a rabbit hole. It's wild. But the F-22, you know how it has that like almost looks like a gold canopy. It's not gold. It's just, it's metal actually. But that is not because, I mean, yes, there is a certain coating to it that helps not reflect radar beams. But that's because if it's like in a downward dive or you're over top of it, radiation or radars can actually penetrate the cockpit of an aircraft and get returns off of the instruments inside there and give it a return. So it's for a smaller return.
I'd intercept me.
Another question: which was worse to deal with as a driver, mud or the driver's seat?
Another question: which is worse to deal with as a driver, mud or the driver's seat? Honestly, a driver's seat in an Abrams is probably the most comfortable seat. That's serious as a heart attack because you're like reclined. You got your T handle right here. You can make it adjustments and stuff like that. You have one pedal, two technically. One is the parking brake. The other one is just the brake. Your throttle's right here. Turn right, turn left. Unless you're going backwards, your gear shifter's in the middle. You put it in reverse. If you want to go ass right, you would go turn left and it would go that way. Ass left, vice versa. I will tell you probably one of the scariest experiences in my life because Abrams are not sealed. You think they are, they're just not. We were at the mud course at Fort Knox, and the mud course is a place at Fort Knox that you can only access by tracked vehicle. And why is that? Because they just sink to the bottom where it's dry enough and they drive on that. that's really how it works. And so we were on the mud course, and I come up over a hill, and there's a fucking pretty much a pond. And it's, I mean, it's between a puddle and a pond. It's fucking deep. And he's like, give it all she's got. And I'm like, yes, Roger, Sergeant. And I just fucking give it the beans. And I remember going down, and I saw the water, because I got hatch closed. I saw the water come up the front slope, and I was like, that's not good. And then I saw the water cover my periscopes, and I could see just brown water, and there was like bubbles kind of like going up near my periscopes, because you got 3 periscopes. And then it just started pouring into my fucking hatch. So I'm just, everything I got, because I can't see light. I'm underwater as far as I'm concerned. I might not be, but I felt like I was. And I'm just, all the beans I got, and I'm on the DID, which is the DID on that side or that side? I can't remember. The driver's integrated display. And I'm like trying to turn on the bilge pump, because it's like 100 gallons a minute or something like that. And Abrams has a bilge pump, and I'm trying to turn it on, just like with everything I got. I'm just like, come on, fucking, I'm not going to drown in this bitch. Yeah, that was terrifying. F-22, 1 is the loneliest numbers. It's not for stealth. Yes, hold on. It's to reduce the amount of radar returns you can get from the interior of a cockpit. That's what Lockheed Martin says.
Would you intercept me?
Okay? Don't come at me.
I'd intercept me.
I thought your scariest moment was when you almost slid off the side of a mountain on ice.
Well, I mean, that was scary, yes, but I couldn't really see what was going on. I mean, my driver's hold was hung off the edge of the cliff, and it wasn't a sheer cliff. It was probably, and I'm not exaggerating, like 75, 80 degrees. And my game plan was like, if I tipped and I started going, I'm giving her the beans, and I'm just riding it out to the bottom. I'm going to probably get to the bottom, missing all my track pads, probably throw track, maybe destroy a road wheel.
Would you intercept me?
But I'm going to give it everything I got.
I'd intercept me.
If you and Nick are going to do Gettysburg, you need to do a video for all of the Civil War sits in Virginia in order. Give us a 10-hour video.
You guys are like, I want it in my veins. I need the history. I'm willing to do anything. I just got to ask, and we would need a tour guide. Yeah, maybe don't question. Oh, I asked that. If you think about acquiring a secondhand Hawaiian food truck for the next range with a banner saying Aloha Snack Bar, best part, the end of range day, roll it down range for the mag dump send off. It's not a half bad idea, but who we're going to have to man the damn thing? Oh yeah, there we go. From what I see, most everything we've seen in the last 20 to 30 is a result of alphabet intelligence war, both foreign and domestic. Yes, I mean, we've been in an information war. I mean, it really depends on your definition, but okay. For anyone in here who's not in the military and has never been in the military and has never like really seen what's out there, and it's not like every person who gets to travel the world gets to see this stuff. Oftentimes, like, it's your intel department bringing you all this information, especially if you're working tactical operations. I don't know if maintainers get it as much. You've never been safe in your life. Ever. Since the day you were born, you have never been safe. If someone has the time, the patience, and the capital, no one is safe. So just take that home. Nobody is safe. So it really depends on if they want you or not.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Okay, I have to go. Your non-agent is signing out.
All right, Wither, it's good to have you here, buddy. You ain't got to throw that kind of money around, but it's good to see you, my dude. I appreciate you being here. And non-agent why is NON in caps? Is that a government agency that I'm not familiar with? New anxiety unlocked. I wouldn't be anxious about it. This is the thing. If it's your time, it's your time. And I think that's why I was watching a video from a fucking therapist earlier, and she was like, studies have proven that people who use dark humor are more resilient than others. And I was like, okay, first off, lower your fucking tone. I felt personally attacked. I was like, you stop that shit. One of them shit. Oh my God. It's like a skunk. It's burnt rubber and skunk. I got a whiff of it, and then I turned my head. Holy sweet Christ. Oh my God. One of you got like sodomized at a Goodyear plant. What is that? Oh my dude. Holy shit. Dude, it's bad. It's so bad. Oh my God. I got my little fan here going, and hopefully that just cycles it out of here a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, it was potent. Like, I got a little whiff, like, that's a weird smell. And I turned, and right as I turned, it was like I took a left hook. Holy crap. From what I see, most everything. Oh yeah, sorry. 3-letter agencies are always playing, man. They're always playing. And this is the thing. It's hard. You never hear about the planes that land, right? You always hear about the planes that don't land. So it makes everyone think that bad stuff is happening. And I remember we were being briefed by some S2 fucking nerd that apparently, and this was like 2011 or 2012, that 3-letter agencies had confirmed, like thwarted or foiled, whatever word they used, like over 400 terrorist attacks in the world. And that was 16 years ago. Oh, that's old. Oh, I feel old. But yeah, so I mean, I'm sure it's even more now. Speaking of never safe, yeah, dude, I'm getting uppercutted by my dog's asshole. You know what's worse than that? So I have a CPAP, right? I sleep with an ASV. I have like next level fucking sleep apnea. I'm like one step below a respirator, and I'm not exaggerating. But I have that thing on my face, and Knox's bed is right next to it. And he let one rip in the middle of the night. You know what's worse than a dog fart? Being force-fed a dog fart at 15 pounds per square inch. That's worse. I don't care who you are, man. What if the British invaded during the Civil War? Suddenly, both sides realize they're on the same team. That's actually a really good what if. We just recorded another what if today. It was a suggestion from one of you in the comment section. I was reading the comments on the last what if we dropped, and I was like, that's a really good one. And it allows us to kind of break down history of things and you know, potential avenues. It was more of a existential question. I don't want to give it away, but it's really, really good. It's really, really good. 15 pounds? Yeah, no, it's, dude, doggy waterboarding. Dude, 40 feet of fart and me with protein drinks, bro. It's so bad. Blowing the budget to say, I'm against boots on ground. I'm all for kinetic striking, as am I. Those coat plowing turbines into orbit, but boots on the ground, especially mainland, would be a really bad idea. I agree. Not necessarily for, like, yes, we would lose people. It's war. People die in war. We would absolutely own the entire territory, but it would be a repeat of Afghanistan. They would hide in the mountains, or they would run to Pakistan or Afghanistan or wherever, you know, wherever they're able to find refuge, they would run to somewhere else. I, as well, am adamantly against boots on the ground. But I'm starting to see more videos of Iranians kind of take the fight to them. I watched, there's like 2 or 3 of them I've seen. One of them was like the checkpoints. They were murking dudes at the checkpoints. Another one is they were taking care of dudes at the... there was a truck driving by. It was an IRGC truck, and they went ham. Grandpa Buff's Arctic Mexican time.
How them Arctic Mexicans, I'm gonna fuck them up.
Listen to you while I fix machines that harvest the nuts that feed the vegans. Almond milk latte, anyone? I have... You guys hate on me if you want to. I have an almond cow, and if you've never heard of an almond cow, it's really cool. You can put different shit in there and make your own
Would you
almond milk at
intercept
home,
me?
which is awesome.
I'd intercept me.
For Febreze, for the fog barts.
Dude, it was bad. It was, whew, dude, that was potent. It literally smelled like burnt rubber and shit. Like, that was so bad. Have I heard anything about the supposed new Abrams, the M1E3, the electric version? Apparently they've like announced that it's a thing. I don't think it's in production yet. They nixed the M10 Booker, which I think had a very important role on the battlefield. And please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to be wrong on that one, because land warfare, I only had a couple of years in. I feel like the M10 Booker really capitalized on that. It was smaller, lighter, could access, kind of more austere environments. I think it really did have a place on the battlefield. But an argument could be made the other way, that it could easily be replaced by the Bradley, which we already have in service. Because yes, you're like big gun versus 25 millimeter Bushmaster, but it's not just the Bushmaster on the Bradley. It's the TOW, and the TOW fucks. We know the TOW fucks. So did I see the AI slop of Iran shooting down an F-35? Yes. That whole video, like I was skeptical from the get-go, but everyone is starting to say that it is AI. I don't know. The thermal pattern on the F-35 didn't give me good vibes. Not just like on the airframe itself, which that can happen. If it's a hot enough environment, you're flying low enough, you can have a hot airframe. That's a thing. But the exhaust, the engine exhaust, it was static. It didn't move. It didn't twist. That's something you often see in thermal for a jet flying. M1A3 brought to you by Tesla. Knox, I shit now. He fucking did. I don't know if it was him or Fritz. I don't know who it was. But dude, one of them just ousted me. I visited Gettysburg 6 months ago. The mural above the visitor center is awesome. It depicts Pickett's charge, and if you look closely, you can spot Lincoln.
Would you intercept me?
Surgery tents. Really?
I'd intercept me.
Malmstrom AFB could help in Iran.
Maelstrom Air Force. Wait, is that a joke that I'm not familiar with? I'm sorry. Wait, you talking about like weather control? Listen, we don't talk about the weather control the government has. Because isn't that what a maelstrom is? Maelstrom? I don't know. I don't get I mean, is there something there that I'm unfamiliar with? I'm sorry. I don't know everything about everything. I know you just spent 50 monies. Oh, ICBMs.
Listen, everybody hear me out. Iran is kind of the center of instability in the Middle East. So what if it just wasn't there anymore? Take time to think about it. We're just gonna let this one simmer. Don't just throw it out.
Would you intercept me?
Ooh.
I'd intercept me.
Tomorrow the man is taking the motorcycle class to get his endorsement. If your wife wants supervision on her car racing class, come take a class in Phoenix and bring her. I'll take her to lunch at Wrigley Mansion. Time to lurk on the way to work.
I like it. I don't know, but good luck to your husband on the motorcycle course. I encourage everyone to take it and continue practicing the fundamentals. This thing, I rode motorcycles for a long time, and this is going to be maybe a hot take. I would say probably 70% or more of the riders of motorcycles out there on the road are not mature enough to ride a motorcycle. So there's a French term, and this is what I mean by mature enough. There's a French term, and I can't remember the exact French words, but the translation is call of the void. So you ever been standing on like a high cliff and you're like, what if I jumped? Even though you never would. Or you're driving down the highway and you're like, what if I crossed over the double yellow? Even though you never would, right? It's something that pops into your head. It's commonly referred to in the French as the call of the void. When you're on a motorcycle, it's so much fucking louder. It is so much louder. You are constantly trying to beat the call of the void because it's like, I don't need to go the same speed as everyone else. What if I just cracked this throttle and brought her up to 120, 130 miles an hour? What if I just lane split? Which in some aspects, like at stoplights, I think it should be legal in all 50 states for motorcycles to filter to the front. I think might be a hot take, but I think that they should be able to filter to the front because that keeps them from getting fucking rear-ended. So, but yeah. That's but good luck to him. And but yeah. Intrusive thoughts. They really are. And they're so loud on a motorcycle. You got it like, and I'll be honest with you, when I was younger, I gave into them. I took a 750 GSXR up to 140 miles an hour on a 2-lane highway that had hills and blind corners. Why would I ever do that? That's such a dumb idea. I will also tell you, doing 100 miles an hour on the highway and having a moth hit the lip of your helmet, because it was an old helmet, the right way and flip it open, giving you a cool air intake at 100 miles an hour. Not a pleasant experience. Thought I almost broke my neck. Just snapped back. Do you know how many times I've gotten people pissed off from lane spitting to the front, people honking their horns and even getting out of their cars? Yeah, I think it should be legal in all 50 states. That part. Now, if people are going slow on the highway, and what I mean by slow is like 30, 40 miles an hour, sorry, bro, you're stuck in traffic. But if it's gridlock traffic, especially if you have an air-cooled bike, you should be able to ride the shoulder. Just cruise like 10, 15 miles an hour. I think that there should be some laws for motorcyclists allowing to do that stuff. But I didn't know that they had a mural that showed all that. One of the videos that I would show my students in class was about Pickett's charge. And yeah, it was kind of cool. Your boy is going to RPFL for tryouts to go pro in June. If I make it, I can go to the UFL next year. Is that a fighting league or a football league? I'm unfamiliar with both of those acronyms, but fucking crush it, bro. Cedric Coat, I think that's how you say that name. Dude, crush it. You got this, man. Also, M110 over Striker, MGS. I can't tell you guys the term we used for strikers in the tanker world, because it will immediately get my stream shut down. But we had a name for the MGS striker, and I agree with you 100% weapons, which is rare. Congratulations, everyone. You saw one of the rare times that I have agreed with weapons publicly. It's wild. I've done 140 on a hardtail. Yeah, dude, no. How's your spine? No, thank you. Buff should react to your scary story. Who's scary? Wait, my scary story? Which scary story? Oh, the almost drowning in an Abrams? 0 out of 10. You know, this is the thing. People think, and this may kind of scare some of you, because it scared me. You know, in Fury, at the end, how he escapes out the bottom of the tank? It's a great thing to have an escape hatch. You know what doesn't exist on Abrams, specifically because anti-tank mines and IEDs? An escape hatch in the bottom. It doesn't exist in an Abrams. The only way, if you flip your Abrams, and the only way to escape, and this is written in Doctrine, is to, so the turret's here, hull's here, is to rotate the hull backwards. Because when the gun is over the rear right eyelet, the two like hooks you have on the back, that's when you can access the driver's hold from inside the turret. So you're supposed to rotate the hull, and then everyone climbs out through the driver's hatch. So, did 140 on a V-Rod? Oof. I didn't even know Harleys could go that fast. How much maintenance was it after? I'm just giving you a hard time. 150 plus on a bike is life transcending. My brother used to ride that GSXR because he rode it, and then he crashed it, and then we put it back together. We called the bike Frankenstein because we kind of did some cool stuff with the bodywork and everything. It was a really interesting idea. And then I remember he was doing like 120, 130 one day, and he was wearing, you know, we call them wife beaters, but muscle shirts. And he took a dragonfly to the shoulder. You could literally see the imprint of the dragonfly's wings. Like its body, yes, but its wings as well on his shoulder. It was raised in red by the time he got home. He's like, yeah, I took a dragonfly. Yeah, no shit. That's definitely a dragonfly. Did 120 in a Corolla. I did 120 in a 1974 Plymouth Duster with my older brother. And I was holding the CD player because back then, you know, you had the cassette tape that went in and then you plug it in the headphone jack on the CD player, and the CD players back then all skipped if you didn't. So I was the anti-skip. I was like the suspension for the CD player. And I remember we were doing 120 miles an hour watching, it was a 318 underneath the hood, and we were watching the fuel gauge go down. It's, how fast can the kid fly? According to the interwebs, Mach 2.2. In a Duster, no airbags. We die as men. Exactly. Dude, that Plymouth Duster, we had so much fun. I mean, I say fun, but like my older brother, we lived between two railroad tracks. There was like one about a half mile west, one about a half mile east. So trains were just a part of my childhood, and my older brother would race those trains, and I would be in the passenger seat freaking the fuck out because it only had lap belts and shit. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. Child, you may have been the anti-skip, but I was the remote control for the TV. Hey, I've been there too. I've been the remote control for the TV. Started out the first time I was riding in my dad's. He had a Kenworth with a 4 1/4 Cummins underneath the hood. We called it El Nitro. It was his old like charcoal gray truck, and the passenger seat was his cooler that he had bolted to the floor, and that's what we got to sit on. And then eventually it upgraded to a lawn chair, and then years later we actually got a seat. So. I feel you. How you doing, my dude? I get turned 32 years young on Wednesday. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah, happy birthday, son. I don't know why I did that. I see that truck in your profile page. PFP, box truck supremacy. I don't like box trucks. I was USMC heavy equipment op, got out in 2010, almost 40 now, thinking a lot about the Army, taking bodies up to 42. What MOS would you recommend that gets to travel internationally? I need adventure. So if you want to travel a lot, join the Navy. I'm going to be totally real with you. Everywhere Uncle Sam sent me was shit. Okay? But there are cool opportunities in Asia and in Europe in Army units. Aviation gets to travel a lot. And from what I hear, aviation isn't as bad as everywhere else. So like ADA, where I was at, Air Defense Artillery, ADA is notionally referred to as Another Damn Army or Alcoholics Defending America, which I think I should make Alcoholics Defending America a shirt. Actually, in hindsight, I might do that. Alcoholics Defending America with ADA on there. Actually, fucking cool. But yeah, no, everywhere Uncle Sam sent me was shit. It was just awful. It was like, hey, you're gonna travel the world. You know where my first duty station was? 70 miles from where I grew up. I was at Fort Carson. Fort fucking Sill. Yep. Spent a lot of time in Fort Sill. I did get to do a year in Korea. That was kind of cool. But I was in Suwon, commonly referred to as Shawshank. It was a Korean airbase that we had like a little bitty footprint on. I don't think they're there anymore. But Camp Casey up north on the DMZ was, I mean, the times I visited there, it looked pretty nice. Tanker, hope you like sand. It's all sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse. It gets into everything. Yeah. Protocol 4. Is it time for Protocol 4? Holy shit, it is Protocol 4. Uh-oh, I think he knows. Look at Fritz with his little chocolate chip eyeballs. Look at that. That's adorable. And as soon as I touch this bag, and here they come. Here, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get you to wave. Hold on. You gotta do it on camera. Oh, that's a box of ammo. Or a bag of ammo. All right, hold on. Wait. All right. All right, both you guys. I don't know if you saw Fritz wave, but Knox was losing his mind. Melbourne has temperate weather. I was there in the end of February 2015. It's an hour drive to Phillip Island where they have native penguins and delightful winery. Are there any countries where jazz cabbage is legal aside from Amsterdam? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't really care. I'm not like I need it all the time, but just, yeah. Thoughts on Spain doing forever naps? Google 326. Are you talking about voluntary euthanasia? Like, I think Sweden does? There's some Northern European country that does that shit. My wife, one of her favorite movies, don't watch it. Especially don't let your wives watch it. It's called Me Before You. And it's like some dude who is like a billionaire and he gets in a car wreck and he becomes a quadriplegic, and then this girl, she comes to help him out and she like falls in love with him, and the whole time he's like, I'm gonna go get myself euthanized, and she's like, don't do that, you're so amazing and beautiful. It's the same girl from that played Khaleesi in Game of Thrones. Great actress, by the way. And he ends up going through with it. But yeah, it's, dude, I'd volunteer for euthanasia. Jesus, saw that fucked up. Yeah. My wife loves that movie, and well, she loves it when she needs to cry. That's like her crying movie. I guess women have crying movies. I just watch like The Outpost or Lone Survivor, and I hear people speaking Pashto, and I get to have lots of spicy memories. That was what fucked me up. You guys ever play Medal of Honor? I think it was Medal of Honor Warfighter. It was the last Medal of Honor game they came out with, and it was in Afghanistan. I played that after Afghanistan. I did. I was like, and great game, by the way. Fucking top tier. Really, really good game. But it screwed me up that I could understand them. Like, that was the part, like, after I beat the game, I was like, that was great. I'm never playing this again. I could understand them because they were speaking Pashtun. And yeah, no, that fucked me up. Speaking of never safe. Oh yeah, Knox fucking shitting his brains out. I got to get back to the top. Oh my God, I'm way too far behind. I got to get caught up, guys, here. I'm going to kind of rapid fire this because I think I'm missing chats. To be fair, new Abrams concept shown in Jan, scaled down everything to make it lighter, faster, more mobile, etc. Better ECM, anti-drone, M10, I guess. I mean, you might need a bigger platform for anti-drone. Malm is an IKEA brand to louder on a Harley. Loud pipes save lives. I absolutely believe in that. I'm 100%. There's a lot of times people have been like merging into me, and a horn won't do it. But pulling the clutch, give them one throttle bomb. They're like, oh, someone's there. It's a blind spot, not a deaf spot. Loud pipe save lives. Intrusive thoughts like I can fix her. You can never fix her. U.S. Navy CTR here. Join us, nerds. We go to ships, subs, aircraft, and NSA sites all across Europe and Asia. Like I said, Navy gets to travel a lot more. Like my older brother, he spent 22 years in the Navy, and he got to visit probably over 100 countries. And only once was he twice was he in the Middle East with my stupid ass. Well, once he was there with me, once he was there without me. Yeah. Army doesn't like, I love the Army. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But if you're looking for like travel and exotic places and cool things, don't join the Army. I'm going to just be frank with you. You're welcome, Uncle Samuel. Thank you so much. As an 18-wheeler driver, Harley rider, I always wave bikes to come and get in front of me, stoplights rather than slam my trailer into them. Exactly. Dude, the amount of, so I grew up, my dad was a trucker and a volunteer firefighter, and there's trucks, like when I'm on the highway, I'm very aware of trucks on the road. And if they got their blinker on, usually they have to leave it on for a while to get a gap. I will stop traffic and like flash my lights at them to let them in. And none of them motherfuckers hit their interrupts at me. That used to be like trucker etiquette 101. Someone flashes their lights that your trailer is clear and you are clear to get over, and you get over and everything's fine. You hit your interrupt at them, but apparently not. Let me see. Spookies have been seen leaving. No. I mean, if the Kurds or whoever is starting their ground war in Iran and they're starting to root out the enemy, I think that limited assistance from U.S. close air support would absolutely give them the upper hand. Now things happen in war, right? Things happen, especially the fog of war. Okay. I'm not going to say that because people all look the same, but blue on blue does happen. It happens. No spookies anymore. I know they're Ghost Riders, but I got what they were saying. The AC-130J is the Ghost Rider. It's actually not the spooky was like old. And then it was the Spectre. And then now it's the Ghost Rider. I don't know why the J model is the Ghost Rider. Also, weapons, you might know this. So we officially retired the Bofors in like 2014 or 2016. What are we using in place of that on those now? We retired the Bofors because we literally they didn't make parts for it anymore. And we were literally, this is from a curator, we were rat fucking our Bofors that are in museums for parts. Nothing? We don't use nothing anymore? Oh, there's a 30 smart cannon. Last time I saw you said, what happened to people being nice because getting punched in the face for being rude sucks? And like the next day, I see Reacher punching his neighbor in the face. I saw the video that the guy playing Reacher had. Valid crash out. Homie, if you got a problem, like dude wasn't speeding, he wasn't causing any issues. I did it again. Oh no, hey, oh spookies. Okay, nope. We're getting caught up. I saw AC-130s were spotted. Yeah, the J's. I mean, wouldn't be impossible. 25 millimeters gone? Is it? 30 millimeter isn't the Bushmaster. Bushmaster should be 25. I mean, Bushmaster's the company, so it could be a 30. But last I'm tracking, the only 30 that the U.S. military is using is the experimental 30 on top of the Sergeant Stout. But I could be wrong. There could have other 30 millimeters. But I know that like Uncle Sam is big on like, if we buy one gun for one specific thing, we want to put it on everything. Which I'm really surprised that they haven't made a land-based version of rolling airframe missiles from the Navy yet. I mean, we took CWIS and made LPWS, so rolling airframe missiles should kind of be the next step. Is the Anduril Barracuda series of missile, in your opinion, an attractive prospect for near-peer conflicts, assuming economies of production scale? Do you think the U.S. will have enough demand to justify development? I'm unfamiliar with the Barracuda series of missile. Now I have a missile that I'm going to research later. I haven't heard of the Barracuda. Is it known by another name that I'm unfamiliar with? The A-10 is a 30. Yes. However, the A-10 is also a rotating barrel. The 30 millimeter the 40 millimeter Bofors was not a rotating barrel. And the 30 on top of the Sergeant Stout is not, it's a single barrel. Kind of similar. I guess you could compare it like to the Millennium gun that the Germans use on top of their fucking everything. They have it on their ships. They have it on air defense systems. It's pretty good. I'm unfamiliar with the Barracuda series of missile. I will try and get you an answer. So you say chain gun, and you might be right. I don't know, but I believe there's a difference between a chain gun, a Gatling gun, and there's another one that I'm unfamiliar with. Evidently the GR is armed with a 30 millimeter GAU. God bless America. I mean, if you guys watch the Habitually Fat we did at the Air Defense Artillery Museum, they have the largest Gatling gun ever made for it was in development for the US, but they decided not to go with this. 37 millimeters. Fires 3,000 rounds a minute. And the only downside is it could empty its entire magazine in 4 seconds, and then it takes like an hour and a half to reload. Anybody ever tell you look like Eminem? I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this drag and this weed that gives me the shit need. I'm whiter than fucking sliced bread, bro. But no, I've never heard that. But also recently, I don't know if you guys saw, I kind of brought the beard line up. It was low and it kind of like curved up, but I brought it up a little bit just to see if I like it. If I don't like it, I'll ditch it. But yeah. I mean, are the void voices louder on a Harley? No, I don't think so. I think that honestly, they're probably the loudest on crotch rockets, or maybe it's just immature individuals buy those in larger numbers. Then maybe that be it. Oh man. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Retired Navy CTO and IT. After nearly 22 years, only continent I didn't touch was Antarctica, but ended up being more of a sandbox sailor. Navy goes about everywhere. Yes, there's only one job in the Navy that I think will spend most of your time in the sandbox, and that is Seabees. I like Seabees. I got along with Seabees. Those guys will build in a firefight. They will do it. Rounds ricocheting off the side of their fucking trucks, and they're just like, hey, can you guys like fucking unalive the brown guys over there shooting at us? We're like, oh, okay. And then they tried going on a patrol with us one time because all they did was just lift weights and build shit. That's all the Seabees did. They were all fucking just jacked. And they were like, hey, can we go on a patrol with you? We're like, that's fine if you want. Dude was out of water in like an hour and a half, just sucking wind because his body wasn't built for that. He wasn't spending hours out on patrol, sucking at life. It's just difference of job. I was an AME on P3s then, P8s. I went to 5 of 7 continents. In fact, the base I was deployed on, my first and second deployments, is where my coworker's son may transfer. I told him to visit Okinawa. Okinawa, I hear, is nice, aside from the murder hornets. Yeah. We need a 30mm buckshot. Hear me out. And this is from Chris Cappy. And Chris talked to the actual developers of the Sergeant Stout. So the experimental 30mm on top of the Sergeant Stout, I asked him, I can't remember where we were. I think we were in Florida. And I was like, hey, Chris, do you know why they went with an experimental 30mm? I said, Cal, I know. Millimeter rather than the tried and true 25mm Bushmaster. And he said, according to the vendor, that is the smallest round they could put the proximity warheads inside of. So you want a big enough round to do the job, but you want a small enough round that you can carry lots of them because bullets weigh a lot and they take up space. So that's why they went with a 30. So they have proximity fused fragmentation rounds inside of a 30mm gun on top of the Sergeant Stout. And I keep on calling it the Sergeant Stout. You may know it as the KM SHORAD, Kinetic Maneuver Short Range Air Defense. But it's named after Sergeant Mitchell W. Stout, who is the only air defender in history to get the United States Congressional Medal of Honor. He earned it in Vietnam. I think it was the Battle of Quai Son. Could have been the Tet Offensive. I'm not sure. M203 had a buckshot round. It did. We got buff until 2040. Can we get him till 2100?
I don't think you understand. I'm never fucking retiring. And if you thought I was retiring, I don't know, somebody in China, fucking West Taiwan, made an assessment of American threat capability. And you know what they decided the biggest threat to mainland China was? Me, motherfuckers. My place is here. I will rule the skies long after humans are gone.
Probably. AC-130J's 30mm also has programmable rounds. I'm not being a smartass, but like, why? It's a ground support aircraft. You wouldn't really need fragmentation. I mean, well, the A-10s, they're explosive. A-10s are explosive. They explode on impact. Trust me, I've seen it. It's fucking wild to watch trees just explode, buildings collapse, people and all it's so wild. Like oh God. I wish you guys could see what an A-10 does in like actual combat. Like that. You know what? If you're in the Air Force, start talking to the chain of command, because every Air Force base I've ever been on has like a terabyte of strike videos on a SIPR drive. SIPR is the secret internet, somewhere on that airbase. And we would always watch them. We loved them fucking videos. And I would just sit there inside my van, and I had a TACLAN, which is a tactical, local area network. So I had access to the SIPRNet, and I would just watch hours of them fucking videos. Don't tell them our secrets. It's so good. Oh, dude, it's funny you mentioned that weapons. Pred porn. This is a story. I don't know if I've told this story before. So I was in our COP in Afghanistan at ACS-5 when I was finally on a COP instead of an Afghan dude's house or a school. But when we finally had a COP, we had a Connex that was our talk. And in that Connex, they had the Predator feed. And I remember I came off a shift one night. My buddy Duringer was in there. And Duringer, I was like, hey, man, you want to smoke real quick? And he's like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, I'm just watching this Predator feed. I think this guy's planting an IED. I don't know if he's going to get schwacked. And so I was like, cool. And we're just watching it on thermal. It's like middle of the night. We're just, smoking, kind of looking through the door, just watching it. And all of a sudden you just see a big thermal flash. And we're like, oh shit. I to this day, I don't know if he blew himself up or they killed him. I don't know. Blowing themselves up happens far more than people care to admit. But, and then like 5 seconds later on the far side of the mountain, we just hear like, and we're like, dude got. Like we were just fucking stoked. Oh man. All good. Oh, damn it. All good. I watch your videos to see if you cover it. I will. I'm going to look into that one. Have you watched a YouTuber called The Almighty? I have not. He made a 17-hour Berserk video that covers the whole manga. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it manga? To take down 21-hour video because of copyright. Holy shit. I'm unfamiliar with what Berserk is. You sure that wasn't one of those stupid blimp things? Oh, well, I mean, it would come and go. We just called it the Predator feed. We did have J-Lens there, but like we wouldn't get J-Lens feed. We were just told it was the Predator feed, and we would only get it when they were in like proximity to us. I don't know the rules on that. Doesn't he have that big Berserker blade or something like that? Fucking squid, sad yut noises. Hell yeah, CBs can do. I fuck with CBs. They will build you a cop in the middle of a war zone. That's a real thing. And they'll put a Burger King in it and give you satellite internet. They'll do it, man. Naval Weapons Station Crane, Indiana developed a fragmentation round for small arms for anti-drone. They aren't far off from scaling up the caliber. That works better than my solution. My stopgap solution was have infantrymen start practice skeet shooting in basic training. I mean, it may be kind of silly, but if it's the best you got until technology catches up, that's the best you got, man. What does Buff think about Puff?
The fuck did you call me?
Is that pretty ugly, fat fucker? I'm confused. Also, it's really wild to see how many in here know it. Sometimes Air Force people know it, sometimes naval people know it. They know it like secondhand. They've never really seen. I mean, I've never seen it actually happen. I've heard of people using it, but it's really more Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh yeah, he's all right. Dude did a lot of LSD in Vietnam. God, man, he did so much LSD. I'm pretty sure he thought he was like actually killing dragons and shit, like a Don Quixote situation, man.
Oh my God, what was I saying? Oh my God, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Do you think we'll ever get to a point where radars are so good that stealth aircraft become useless? No. Air Force or Navy people? Oh, yeah, sorry. How many of you have ever heard of Shake and Bake? And I'm not talking Talladega Nights. I'm talking Raining Steel Shake and Bake. I'm just curious how many of you heard of that. I don't think stealth aircraft will ever become useless. I think that so as stealth aircraft gets better, radars are going to get better. And as radars get better, stealth aircraft, yes, they're going to get better, but at the same time, their munitions are going to be further reaching. So stealth is not an infinite resource. Like there are some radars, yeah, that will never see a stealth aircraft, but most of them sooner or later will pick it up if it gets close enough. So your goal is to be able to release your payload and smoke that radar before they pick you up. So that's the big fight of it. But heard, never seen. Okay, so shake and bake. It's going to sound a little war crimey. And for a little while, I guess it was. They changed the rules and now it's not. But shake and bake is when you cluster the enemy with high explosive fragmentation rounds out of a 155. The kill radius on a 155, depending on topography, but is around 150 meters. Okay. So enemies out in the open, you drop 155 kind of all around them. You get them to cluster. And then you put Willie P right on top of them. Willie P, or Willie Pete, some people refer to it as, is white phosphorus. And you will literally melt their bones. Sounds a little war crimey, but honestly, be pretty quick way to go. I mean, if you're getting just cooked by Willie P, you're going. You're going. And then there's the bacon shake, which is the kind of the interim of that, where they're kind of spread out and you're okay with them being spread out. So you put Willie P right in the middle of them and then you hit it with HE, ground impact HE, and it spreads the phosphorus in all directions. It's for marking targets only, but people are targets too. Exactly. You're supposed to use Willie Pete to get rid of enemy equipment. That could be the uniform they're wearing, the AK they're carrying, the radio on their back. I mean, there's a million things. Do you know if they're making an XA-10? Oh, like an experimental version? There was talk about it, like a stealth one for a little while, and then they wanted to be like, as far as I'm aware right now, if the A-10 eventually gets retired, because I previously I would say when, but God, it's been retired, not retired, retired, not retired, retired, not retired. I don't know what the rules are. From what I'm told, they're using the F-35 to replace it in the close air support role. Don't know how true that is, but it kind of makes sense if you think that all of our other combat aircraft are rocking 20 millimeter Vulcans and the F-35 is rocking a 25. Still 5 shy of 30, but should do the trick. Thoughts about A-10 still being used? Apologies, late to the stream, but I love the fucking A-10. I really wanted to be forever like Buff. I think that, how do I word this? I mean, I'm happy it's still in use. I don't think it will be forever, just because with modern electronics and targeting pods, you could use one. You could use other aircraft to replace it. However, right? There's always a however. The U.S. military trains in chaos, and I don't think people outside the military really understand that. Like when you hit E5, E6, every rank above that, you are overwhelmed every second of every fucking day. So when they send you to war, everything gets real simple. And why does that tie to the A-10 thing? If you look at a lot of American military history, you find out that, like, you know, we do a lot of what ifs. Like, what if this works? Let's just try it. We don't have anything else. Let's just try it. And I feel like that's where the A-10 is at. Is we're just like, we're doing side quests with it at this point. We're just like, if it ain't broke, you know, let's make it happen. I don't know if it'll be a forever thing, but yeah. How excited would Buff be if they decided to make a spooky Ghost Rider version for Buff?
Listen, I'm not real big on the slow, lumbering shit. I'm there to drop my payload, drop panties, and roll out. That's all I do. I drop payloads and panties, and I make the world fucking turn. Read today USMC might take over the A-10 for CAS. Oh, dear God. You know, 10 years ago, we have A-10s on station. Oh, hell yeah. 10 years in the future, if the Marine Corps gets them, we have A-10s on station. All right, guys. Well, they're going to keep shooting until they're out of ammo. No matter how many dead people there are, they're just going to keep going. What if the AC-130 was used on D-Day? The range and altitude it was at, I don't even think the Flak 88 could have reached it. I really don't think. The targeting range on an AC-130 is wild nowadays. And you can drop Hellfire missiles out of it, which is
why? I mean, I know why. It's America, but yeah, it would definitely stack up a lot. And CBs will steal the rims off your Humvee. Yes, CBs, they tend to have sticky hands. I mean, so did we. Bro, got to read the Gate. Oh, Gate. Some of y'all have talked about Gate before. That it's like modern spins on like weapon systems and stuff. I really want to check that out. Good luck finding parts for A10s in the next 5 years. Yeah, I don't... Does the company even... Was it merged? Because it was a McDonnell Douglas, wasn't it? Or fucking... I can't remember off the top of my head. I know, you're going to get mad at me. You're all going to hate me. I'm sorry. Fairchild. Okay, it was yep, Fairchild. I don't even think they're around anymore. Were they merged? Because I know Lockheed and Martin were both two different companies at one point in time. So was Northrop and Grumman. Yeah, did Fairchild get absorbed by somebody? What does Buff and Kid think about carne asada fries?
Aside from tortillas, probably the best thing ever to come out of Mexico. And if you want to bitch about tortillas, you're in the wrong goddamn place. Because tortillas are God's gift to food. Literally any food in existence, if you add a tortilla, it does not make it worse. Most of the time, it makes it better. Fight me.
They were gobbled up. What was that book? Gate? I think there was also somebody said there was an anime about it too. As a taxpayer, I'm sorely disappointed that we have Burger King mobilization. I will testify to Congress to get them switched to our Culver's or Freddy's. Culver's I could be with. Freddy's is okay. I'm not a fan of their fries. They just kind of fuck up the roof of my mouth. Gate, the Japanese self-defense force, fought manga and anime. Okay. I just want to establish after watching a recent video, I opened the stream to hear Buff ask, what did you call me? The funniest thing that's happened today for me. Welcome. I just want to make sure I'm at least getting all the super chats, guys, because y'all are rolling tonight, man. I don't even know how many we have. We got 1,000 people in here. I'm trying to get to everything. Steel ball missile. Talking about fragmentation, like oh my God. The Gimlers? Yes. Gimlers? I think it's Gimlers. From the HIMARS, MLRS. It has I can't remember the name of the missile, but for some reason I have memorized the exact number of BBs that are inside it. 161,000 metal BBs inside of a rocket. Well, surface-to-surface rocket. You can look up videos of that. It's violent. It is absolutely violent. SMM, is that new? Does Kim know about it? What? Pizza is the Italian tortilla. That's funny. That's actually really funny. The C-130 will be forever like Buff. I mean, he's been around almost as long. Because I think C-130 was originally produced in the late 50s, early 60s. Let me double check that. Was it 54? Oh, it is 54. Well, it had its first flight in 54. Buff was in production in 54. Because Buff was originally they started development in 52, and he was first produced in 54. So I didn't see the production date, but they said development started in 54. But he probably will be forever. My dad's Namvet. Puff was Grunts and Crafts project on some cargo plane. Google says spooky, but I always thought it was a C-130 or the NAM. I'm not super familiar with the aircraft itself. Somebody said it was an A-47 or something like that. I've seen it a couple times. I've never really looked into it. Have you read the book of World War Z? Yes. Great book, by the way. I love your opinion on the Battle of Yonkers part specifically. Oh my God. It's been years since I read it. So if you guys have never read the World War Z book, it's very different than the movie. The World War Z book is written like a journal from different people who were on the front lines in the zombie war. And one of the ones, like the one that really sticks out to me the most is the chaplain scene, which is wild. You never really think about it. It's the C-47. Okay. It's wild. The chaplain one is If you guys have never read the book, basically, they're on the front lines in the zombie war. I mean, they're stacking them up. They got firing lines, all sorts of shit. And as people get bit, they get pulled back behind the line before they get turned. And the chaplain like reads them their final rites and then puts a bullet in their head. Like it's wild. It's fucking wild, man. Highly recommend. But the Battle of Yonkers, I'm drawing a blank right now, man. I'm so sorry. Hold on, I was just reading some stuff. A10 should be upgraded with the modern day. Just saying. I mean, it has been upgraded. We don't really let any. I don't know if they use flights or blocks. Each fucking program has different names. So like people are like, oh, I was on a DDG flight 3. I don't know what that means. I have to go look it up. Right. Aircraft usually use blocks, block 5, block 6, 7, whatever. I'm not doing the hand motion. I know what I just did. I'm not doing it. But Patriot use like PDBs, which is, depending on where you read it, post-development build or post-deployment build. Suite 11 is the last I heard about. Okay, so it's a suite on the A10? Okay. Sad that it's outlawed, sad cluster face. Is the Gimler's outlawed? It shouldn't be. You know the Abrams also has a shotgun shell. It's the canister shot. Look it up. It's actually really cool. 997 3/4 inch tungsten steel balls moving at about, if you go with muzzle velocity, 6,280 feet per second, if I remember correctly. It's like 1,000 meters. Maybe that's Sabo. It's like 1,000 meters a second faster than a mile, or feet per second, excuse me. 6,205. 6,280 feet per second. Jesus Christ. Could you start a video series where you review movies and games missile usage? Have you played Battlefield 6? I have. I'm not very good at it. I want to know what's wrong with it. I mean, I could look into it, but there's going to be a lot wrong with those things, I suppose. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Are there EMP defenses for radars and missiles? Yes. That's actually a wonderful question to bring up. So the U.S. is the only country in history that allegedly has ever used an EMP bomb. Matter of fact, the U.S. and Russia both stopped developing them because of how easy EMP shielding is. If you have the right kind of insulator on a wire, it's considered EMP shielding. The CARC paint, I don't know what CARC stands for, C-A-R-C. The CARC paint on like Humvees and trucks and all of our systems is technically an EMP shielder. Naval vessels have EMP shielding. So like most countries stopped developing EMP weapons. Now, the U.S. allegedly used one in the second invasion of Iraq. I can't remember exactly when. I want to say it was Battle of Fallujah, but I don't think that's right. But yeah, chemical agent resistant coating. Is that what it stands for? CARC? I did not know that. Chemical agent resistant coating. Learn something new every day. I never learned that while I was in the Army. Posted a clip from the Anime and Memes channel of Discord for HLC for viewing pleasure. I suggest you still read the manga. I don't know how to say that word. Manga. Is manga? This may be a silly question, guys. And I you know what? We're in a safe place right now, and I'm gonna ask you the honest question. I thought manga was like all like adult themed comics. I didn't know it was like actual stories. I thought it was like adult. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how tall am I? 6'2". I know. I didn't know it stuck shit that high. I'm waiting for it. I thought, look, I didn't want to say the H word. I didn't know if I could say the H word on here. I don't know how the rules are, man. But like, this is the thing. I never really got into manga or manga, whatever it's called. Because like you go into like a bookstore and they have like a section for it. And I was like, I don't want to be the creepy, overweight, white, bald dude, middle-aged bald dude who's over there reading gross stuff. I don't want to be that guy. Okay. So I didn't know that. Someone says short king. No. We refer to any grown man under 6 feet tall as a manlet. That's what they are. How much cake have I ate this week? 0. I have eaten 0 cake this week. Ha. Manga is just Japanese comics. See, I didn't know that. Imagine some poor bastard being the focal point of every canister round the U.S. arsenal. Well, I will tell you this. The canister round on an Abrams can, if they're packed tightly enough, can reduce an entire battalion to nothing but pink mist. And I'm not exaggerating with the number. Because your average battalion's what? I mean, infantry battalions are bigger. So let's go with that. That's probably 600 to 800 troops, give or take. All turned into just in one shot. That's wild. SSMCA subsonic metal scatter cluster ammunition. I've never heard of it being called that, but it's also, some people refer to like sabos as APFSD. I'm not familiar with that acronym. So our sabos, we refer to them as TPC SDS dash either S or T, and that stands for tank penetrating cartridge self-discarding sabo. And then the T or the S at the end is for service or training. Lemon pound cake, bro. If you can't tell, I will get down for some lemon pound cake. So the 130 is Buff's fat older brother. Could those be old dudes from the Muppets? It's actually kind of a funny idea. But I have made the AC 130 like a Clint Eastwood thing. So maybe I should introduce him more, and that could be like siblings or something. I don't know. That might be a fun little way to go with it. I'm always looking for interesting ways to kind of build the lore around the characters. Just so years down the road, when someone's like, hey, I watched this guy HLC, all of you in here could be like, okay, all right, I'm going to tell you. So Grandpa Buff is the grandpa to the kid, the nerd, and the A10. And I mean, apparently the F-15 is like the dad to the kid because he had to beat him to take over, but it's also kind of a Sith thing. But the F-22 really never gets to go out and do anything. So he's really like cooped up. He's a war machine. It's never really got to be out there. The F-35 is referred to the nerd because he's a computer. I would love it. It's so good. It's Uncle Herc.
What are you doing, step plane?
Oh no. Okay. We're not we're not gonna. There's a chupacabra sleeping next to my dog. That's a Fritz. He's a dud. That's what we say around here. Yes, we use baby talk with our dogs. Don't judge me. Did you know that there's an MGM-13 Mace cruise missile in a children's park here in Inglewood, Colorado? No, actually I didn't. But I wouldn't put it past us because our museums have more firepower than many other countries have. And I don't feel bad about that at all. I got to get back to where I was. HLC is Wario. I'm Wario. Wah! I can't do a Wario voice. Lemon pound cake. It's delicious. Clint Eastwood and Angry Buff. Oh, I hope I didn't skip anybody. All right, cool. I think I've kind of caught up now. Afro Man. Because I got high. Oh, man. There might be a chance in the future, near future, that I get to meet Afro Man. I'm going to smoke with them. I don't really smoke, but Would you pass on that opportunity? Here, Fritz, come here. Come. Oh, Fritz came over. He saw me looking at him, and he was like, when's the next Habitually Fat? Dude, that show has been like cursed this year. I kept on getting no's from people, and Nick's schedule screwed up. Right now, Nick is scheduling the next one. So hopefully soon. I know we haven't dropped one this year, man. I'm so far behind. We're trying, man. Oh, there's a Lemon Pound Cake song from Afro Man? I didn't know that. Oh, that's the new one, isn't it? Where he's talking about all the cops? Yes. He has a seatbelt on. But what if you didn't have a seatbelt? Okay. I'll put the seatbelt back on. But what if it fell off? Okay. He's just checking everything out. You're a good dude. Good little dude. He's got a little underbite. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It's like he got a little underbite. The German submarine in Chicago, also on our list. I didn't even know it was there. I was scrolling through Reddit one day and the unsubreddit popped up and somebody's like, hey, how do I get word to HLC and Nick that they need to go see this? And I was like, what is that? I kind of, and they're like, oh, it's a submarine that we have here in Chicago. How did we get a German submarine in Chicago? And then I asked Nick, I was like, did you know about this? And he's like, idiot, I made a video about it. And I was like, look, you don't watch mine, I don't watch yours. All right, let's just get past all the semantics. We're both out here trying to do a job. State of mind on the Russian Baltic Fleet voyage went. So I did recently, I kind of looked into that a little bit. I don't know if I want to talk about like foreign. I mean, I did do Poland, so maybe. Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next HLC State of Mind. I need to knock out another one this month. You should send Josh and I your autograph. Big fans. Okay. I tell you what. Send me something to my P.O. box. Just, it can be a letter where you ask for said autograph and just, so I have a return address. I'll send it to you. I don't care. I'm not going to be doing that for everybody. This would be kind of like a one-off thing. I mean, to me, it's not going to be worth anything to anybody. I'm a fucking internet goober. That's the way I am. Knox wants held. It's his turn now. Good luck. I can try. He might shit on me. Like, quite literally. Hey, Buffalo. You want me to scoop you? Come here. I'm going to try. All right, we're going to put the tennis elbow into work today. Oh, okay. Hi, bud. Hi. You're a good boy. Don't. Hey. Stop you. Hey, who taught you those bad words? Was it your aunt? Did Timmy fall down the well? Okay, all right. Hold on. I got you. All right, good boy. And now I'm covered in Knox hair. All dogs are lap dogs. I agree with this. Here, I tell you what. We'll do another Protocol 4. I mailed your letter stuff weeks ago. Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't... Well, I was out of town for like part of a week, and then another week, and then I came back, and I haven't checked it this week, but I already told the missus, I was like, tomorrow, I'm going to the P.O. box. I don't know when, but I'm going there because I know I need to clear it out. After I went to the gym today, there's a little flower shop right down the way from my gym, and I haven't been in a little while because I did this tennis elbow. Look, if you have a solution for tennis elbow that I haven't tried, as long as it's not like blowing a wizard under an overpass, I'm down. I'll try anything, man. I'm doing the Wolverine stack, injecting straight into the fat tissue on the arm. I'm rolling it in between two fucking barbells. I mean, it's gotten a little better, but it still sucks. Yep, he won't. Okay, I'll stop trying. Hold on. Stoner Skeet. Hold on. I'm trying to read everything. What did I miss? He's been talking too much to Grandpa Buff. Yeah. Australia has a World War I German tank. Also a sub inland. Knox is like, I don't get a seatbelt. He is a seatbelt. He's been talking too much to Grandpa Buff. He really has. You two need about 3 days at the Henry Ford Museum. Also on the list. I would love to do that. Don't ignore the other one. Looking for love. Oh. Wait, you talking about Knox? 90 millimeter for an M67. Good times. What are we talking about? Have I heard of Captain Slicerax? No, I've not. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't really consume a lot of like social media content just because I'm so kind of dialed in. I need to. I did reach out to, I told you guys that I reached out to that video game developer because I like video games, man. I really enjoy them. I was actually earlier this week. I didn't have a lot of time. Sorry, mods. I would have reached out to you guys, but I was playing some Roadcraft. Just building roads, just trying to unscrew that map, and I was enjoying it. It was a good time. Peptides, BPC 157 and TB 500. Yes, that's what I have. I've been using it. The Wolverine stack, BPC 157 and TB 500. Elbow still screwed. Fatter Afroman of the cop who ate his cake. I mean, this is the thing. If you became famous with a song called "Because I Got High," you probably had the munchies in your life. Love the submarine in your video, but lose the Boston accent. Keep the arrogance, though. No one's better than us, and we know it. Submariners, y'all are weird. Y'all have too much nitrogen in your blood. You just, there's too much. Although I did theorize about something. So as far as I'm aware, now this could be classified, so don't fucking say anything stupid in chat. As far as I'm aware, submarines they can fire underwater, like especially boomers, like missiles go up, kaboom, take off, right? That makes sense. But as far as I'm aware, like in the Arctic, they have to bust through the ice to do it. So I was thinking about a low cost, like nose cap shape charge that as they're floating to the surface, if they encounter something, it'll like boom, and it'll blast it out. So that way you can launch them from underneath ice. I don't know if that's a thing, but I feel like I would need to update my clearance to find out if that is a thing. Unreasonable Gaming, what'll happen one day? What is happening? Love the summer. Oh, sorry. Have you been? Oh my God. I hate it when it does that. Have you been to Nebraska Air and Space Museum? No, I have not been to a single Air and Space Museum. Huntsville's also on the list. They have a really good one too. They're one of the ones with the SR-71, 2 hangars that are completely packed. Would love to. And breaking my computer. Yeah, that was my own fault. I still say habitually fat. Wright-Patterson would be a chef's kiss. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is on the list, but as far as I'm aware, that guy there, not to say any names or anything like that, Ty Greenless, still doesn't want to work with us. State of mind on the Battle of Leyte Gulf, USS Johnston, and the Samuel B. Roberts. I did talk, or I considered that one. I just have to introduce a lot of new characters, and I just didn't have time for it. I did want to talk about that. That is one that I do want to cover. I just haven't had the time. If we could go yoink another signature piece of equipment from an aggressor nation, what should it be? Hard to beat a German sub. If I could pick one piece of equipment to yoink from an enemy, I mean, the easy answer is like the J-20 or the Su-57, right? Like that's the easy answer. I want the S-500. They have one of them that exists. They haven't produced any more. I want the S-500. I want it. Because it'll have everything their 400 and 300 has and then some. So they'll have to completely redesign their entire missile defense structure. I love it. That would make me happy. Tsar Bomba? I mean, Tsar Bomba is not really... I mean, it's interesting to like, hey, they built a 50 megaton bomb, which was half yield because it could go up to 100 megatons. But I mean, we could do that. We could build a bomb that size. It's impractical because the payload delivery system. They had to strap it to the outside of a Tu-95 to even take it to where it blew up. So. Almighty Lolly. Isn't Lolly another questionable thing? Look, I spent a lot of time on 4chan once upon a time. If we could go... Oh, sorry. There's an Afro Man anime unrelated to the singer. Really? That's funny. Love Roadcraft. Try the new update. I got it. I purchased it. Haven't tried it because yesterday the new update for Borderlands dropped. So any spare time I've had, it's kind of where I've been. Still haven't even finished all of it. I haven't had a lot of time, but yeah. Nuclear War, the card game. Moonbase 2032. You know what's crazy is as long as I don't do anything stupid, I will live to the year that the Demolition Man takes place. If you've never seen the Demolition Man, it is a top tier piece of cinematic. It's a cinematic adventure. Okay. The Demolition Man, great. It's got Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. This may be a hot take. I genuinely believe that Simon Phoenix is Wesley Snipes' best role. I think it's better than Blade. I really do. I think phenomenal. Great acting in that one. And that took place in 2032. Demolition Man, Brave New World. Wait, what? Afro Man anime, he'd crack up if he knew who voice dubbed character. I still don't know what the 3 seashells are for. Where is Fritz? Fritz, are you doing questionable shit in the bathroom? What were you doing in there? Were you staring in the toilet? Longingly? Weirdo. I love that little guy. He's growing on me. Cute puppy alert. Oh, you guys can't really see his face. I gotta move the camera. Hold on. Stay. That's my best buddy in the whole wide world. Did I see the railguns being useful for air defense? No, I do not see them being useful for air defense because from my understanding, granted, I haven't really dug into railguns. My understanding of applicability of a railgun is that it magnetically accelerates a hunk of metal, a penetrator. So making that into a explosive fragmentation, which is really what you would need, or some kind of like missile, because you would need mid-course guidance to be able to use it as an effective air defense system. I think that kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. Great for penetrating whatever you need to fucking destroy. Not so good at air defense, which is fine. I mean, not everything can be made for air defense. We need to give Buff some 20 millimeter cannons. You can give me 80 millimeter cannons. You can give me fucking 5 millimeter cannons. I'm still going to make shit work. We have a gigaton bomb. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, this is the thing. It's been around for so long, and by now Russia would have a nuclear weapon. Like, by now they would have it. But just a friendly reminder, they stole it back in the 50s. Just, if you've never learned that, Russia didn't develop their own bomb after World War II. They stole the shit, which is what China does, which, quite frankly, is very cost effective. Like, that's... Every time they steal from us, we have to design new shit. Do you have any idea how expensive that is, you stupid aggressor nations? Like, Russia just lies about their capabilities. That is so much cheaper. So does China. They just lie about it. Why can't we just lie about it? I do like building cool shit. Take it you're unaware, Project Sundial. We were building a 10 gigaton nuke, which would have been as bad as the Yellowstone supervolcano. I mean, what is... You guys ever watch that show Z Nation? It was a really good show until the last season. The last season got really weird. But there was like a program they had that I was like, the last strike capability is like, after America has fallen, you would use it to end the world. Yeah. The 76 millimeter dart round? I haven't heard of that one. They call it the Giggity. That's funny. I really hope that's true. Project Sundial. Uncle Sam just be making shit. I always find out about new projects. Now I'm going to kind of look into this so that it's in my Google search history. Yeah. Huh. I looked at the camera and Fritz was sniffing it. He was just all nose up on the camera. Yeah. I know you guys are all here strictly for the dog cam. The manhole cover. Oh yeah. Yeah, that good old manhole cover, man. We're sending him into orbit at night. Well, not even orbit. Fritz close up. Yeah, he's all about that life. He's sniffing my tough box that's over there or something. I don't know what he's sniffing, and Knox is out of breath because he had to think for longer than 2 seconds. It's really hard for him. There's not a lot in that cranium, but I love that big dip shit. Dog cam and Mrs. HLC and the chair. You guys are here for the chair. I think we should recreate that experiment. The manhole cover? I mean, I'm not going to tell you no. I think that would be cool as hell. Almighty named his channel because he thought it was funny. Lolly does have manga comic called Cyberpop that was inspired by cyberpunk. All hail the chair. You like potatoes? I like potatoes. Potatoes are delicious in every form, with the exception, okay, possible hot take, sweet potatoes. Now, before you crucify me for not liking sweet potatoes, aside from I just don't like the taste, I don't like sweet potatoes because I had years ago a slice of sweet potato pie, and somebody told me as they were handing it to me, I was like, I don't really like, not really feeling a pie made out of a potato. They're like, it tastes just like pumpkin pie. And I love pumpkin pie. Imagine my disappointment when I took my first bite out of that and I just felt immediately double-crossed. So aside from me disliking the taste, I also dislike the lack of transparency in my first excursion into sweet potato pie. Sweet potatoes are gross. Okay, Sling Blade. French fried taters. Lolly is adults who look like kids. Look up the director's explanation for the 3 seashells. It's hilarious. Wait, the director has an explanation of the 3 seashells? That's awesome. You love my puppies? They're... Oh, Oh, Fritz is right down here. He's laying behind me. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. You guys would probably be like, man, HLC is fucking weird, because if you hung around me and my family long enough, we perpetually make up songs about our dogs all the time. All the time. Make up songs, make up fucking stories, talk about their inside voices. Yeah. They're redoing Firefly. Like, are they redoing it or are they continuing it? I never watched Firefly, but at this point, it's gotten a bit of a cult following, and I know they're relaunching it, so I kind of want to watch it to see what it's about. Because a lot of the shows out there nowadays, not really excited about. The wife and I watched Bridgerton, and the whole time. Okay, let me explain this. I don't like Bridgerton. I don't fucking like it. Because the entire season, imagine a season of Bridgerton, right? They're on season 4 now, right? The entire season could be summed up in 10 seconds, could be finished in 10 seconds if the main characters went, I really care about you. And the other character goes, I really care about you. We should talk to our families and get married. Yeah, we should do that. Ta-da. That's it. But no, there's all this fucking allure and illusion and sexual tension they have to do. There was a lot of boobs in the first season. A lot of boobs. And I'm pretty sure I saw Wiener too. But they didn't do that in the rest of the seasons. I don't know why. Have you had a meat pie, cheese and bacon? That sounds delicious. Cheese and bacon? I'm all about that. They're continuing Firefly, but in anime. Oh, they're doing animated. Well, that is more cost effective. What if New Madrid caused Yellowstone to go off in our lifetime? What is New Madrid? I'm unfamiliar with that. But this is the thing. If Yellowstone goes off, it doesn't matter if you're American, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. We're probably not going to survive that. Just as a species. Like at all. Not going to make it. Because even like if you're not in the initial blast, which I would be much happier in the initial blast and just have myself wiped out. It's going to block out the sun, cause another ice age, and all the crops are going to die. People are going to die. Power infrastructures. I mean, solar won't work no more. We're going to have to get oil out of the ground. Hopefully that's functional enough, but drilling through hard ground's a whole lot harder. Like it's, if Yellowstone goes off, we're done. We're done. Fault lines in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Missouri. I didn't even know they had fault lines on that side of the country. I mean, I guess I kind of inferred because you have the Appalachians or Appalachians, depending on who you are. One of my old team leaders was from Kentucky, and he's like, it's Appalachian. All right, cool. So that's how I pronounce it now. HLC, got to read some John Ringo series, The Legacy of the Aldenata and the Black Tide Rising series. One is the U.S. fucking aliens up. We build an anti-spaceship 16-inch auto-loading mobile AA called Shiva. Other zombies. I do like sci-fi. You know, everyone assumes that I just like reading about history. I like experiencing history, so I love museums, but I really like reading sci-fi, which is why I've been getting into the Horus Heresy series. But you guys are giving me so many recommendations. I need to just start getting audiobooks and listening to them like whenever I'm driving or doing whatever. I need to start listening to audiobooks just because it's faster. I really do like the Horus Heresy series. It is really good. To the people who recommended that, it's very good. It's very visual. I understand everything. The only thing that's kind of hard to follow is the different names of the characters. Peasant Hill Woodworks, thank you so much for being here. Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Oh, man, that's a throwback right there. How's my sister doing? She's good. She's officially out of the Navy now. She is living in Washington, I guess. That's where she wanted to stay. So, Mississippi River's on the fault line? Oh, shit. Just started audiobooks, so addicting. I may have to start doing that, especially on long drives. I mean, I have like an hour drive to the airport, so I could probably start doing that. And I only read when I travel. That's like the only time I read. So like my backpack always has a book or 2 books in it. I think I have 2 books in there right now. I have the second, I gave the second Horus Heresy book, which is False Gods, I think, to Fen, and I have the third one. I'm on the third one right now. I want to read The Siege of Terra. Firefly's Peak. Why am I reading everything in Grandpa Boss voice?
Because you're a cultured motherfucker.
Have you tried Warhammer 40k Dawn of War? It's like Command and Conquer. No, I haven't. I kind of, if it's okay. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. I love real-time strategy games. I love them. But for some reason, for the last decade, everyone is trying to reinvent the real-time strategy genre. It used to be build your forces, build your defenses, gather resources, attack the enemy. It was simple. It was good. Like I got was it Broken Arrow? I bought it because they said they had Patriot in there. I was like, this is cool. Every single unit is like, right click on this unit, go into the secondary selector screen. You can do like 10 things with every single unit. I'm like, I don't need that. I just want to send them to attack. I want to build the forces I want and send them to attack. So I hope, I mean, if it's like that, if it's just simple, like Age of Empires, I still play Age of Empires. I have the 4th one because it's simple that way. Yeah, each faction has their own way of like making money and like getting additional resources and stuff, which is cool. But it doesn't gum up the gaming process. Bit of trivia for you. Potatoes have the best satiation to calorie... Satiation? Is that a real thing? To calorie ratio of any carb. The way people fuck them up is deep frying them in oil. Hey, I feel attacked as an American. First stream, love the videos. Was curious that you thought on the YF-23 because I heard it was faster and stealthier than the F-22. Probably, but it was also significantly larger and probably had more expensive production costs. So the America does this thing. I'm trying to get done here. You will not Hassan Piker the dog. No. I mean, I doubt Knox would even feel it if I even did shock him. He doesn't have one, but yeah. The US does this thing where we try and build something. We're like, we're going to build this. And then it's too damn expensive. And so we make a cheaper version. Case in point, the F-22 and the F-35. Is the F-35 an expensive program? Yes, but it is the most widely produced and exported 5th gen on the planet. It's pretty much replacing our F-16 in that aspect. Like previously, you would buy F-16s. Now you buy F-35s from the US. That's the way it is. Also, the Seawolf class. Great submarine, violent, capable, expensive. So then we went, and I think it's Los Angeles class now that they started building. So we always like, can we build this? And we make it. And we're like, fuck, that's pricey, man. Can we make that cheaper? I've recently gone back to playing Total Annihilation. I don't know if I played that one. But we are at our 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. My headphones are turned off. I have to turn them back on so I can hear that. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, if you would like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com. Go ahead and check out the merch line at Bunker Branding. But again, the cheapest way to support the channel is just watch my videos. That's all I will ever ask of you guys. So watch out for one another. Don't do the enemy any fucking favors. I love all you guys, and I will see you guys here next time.